Hello, my dear, dear ones. I am so excited to hop on this morning. I wanted to share, I am just reveling in the miracle of healing. So, I have just come through COVID. I was feeling pretty darn terrible, and my body is amazing. It's just healing itself, and I am so grateful. I'm so loving it. So, there's a part of me that wants to document this just to remind myself next time I come through something that's so challenging that my body is amazing and it will come back online in miraculous ways. I got to take a walk this morning, which anyone who knows me knows that my walk is like my very favorite thing. And for a week, like 10 days, I did not feel up to taking a walk, and I was okay with that. But I just missed it so much, and it was just glorious. It was the first frost this morning. There was little like glitter sparkling on every single surface, and it was just magical. So, anyways, I'm feeling incredibly grateful, and I wanted to share that, but I also wanted to share my number one book recommendation. Okay. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. You can probably find this at any library. You can definitely listen to it for free on YouTube, which I will put a link in the description. And I bought my copy for I think $2 or $3 on thriftbooks.com. So it is so accessible. And I have told this story before and I will continue telling it. But the biggest turning point in my life came when I was recommended this book. Okay. So I was going to a neuro physiatrist who's a rehabilitation doctor to learn about my brain injuries from when I was a child. And he was saying, oh, yeah, everything that you're experiencing, that you've been experiencing, all these challenges you've had throughout your life, they all line up perfectly with persistent post concussive syndrome. And so, first of all, I just felt like this huge relief like, okay, my whole life makes sense. I'm not just a brat. I have been having these real things happen as a result of brain injury. So, first of all, that was a huge relief. But second, I said, okay, can I have a book recommendation of like how to support myself with brain injury? And he was like, yes. So I get out my pen and I write down, and he says, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. And I'm like, isn't that a book about a guy who survived the concentration camps in the Holocaust? And he was like, yes, it is. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like asking for like a guidebook about brain injury specifically. And he's like, this is the book I recommend, which I was irritated in the moment. But when I went home and read it, I realized he was giving me the guidebook for everything. Because what is brain injury? It's just something that is not the way I want it to be. And all of life suffering is when something is not the way you want it to be, right? And this book is the journey of someone who came through pretty much one of the worst situations that is not the way we want it to be and found meaning through it by all sorts of ways. I'm not going to describe everything that he found, but at the end of the day, he really comes back to like when you can't change the circumstance, you can change yourself. You can change your attitude, and that is always in your grasp. So that is, what I feel like my main journey in life is about really internalizing that I have the capacity in every single situation, whether it's brain injury or um, challenges with finances or challenges with family or divorce or parenting or whatever it is I've come across, I have the capacity to come back to this message that I can make meaning out of it. I can align with my values. I can learn and grow. I can look at my attitude. There's so much empowerment in that perspective. So, this is not the most fun read because it is very heartbreaking and intense, but it is definitely, if I could only recommend one book, this is the book that I would recommend. And now I agree with my neurophysiatrist that he knew what he was doing when he recommended this book. So I will put the link for the audiobook in the description, in the comments. If anyone has read it and they want to also say anything about it, I'd love to hear that. If anyone reads it and they find it beneficial, I'd love to hear that too. And I'm just sending you all so much love. All right, take care.